Big fluff.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Hey everybody, I'm Joel Murphy.
And I'm Andy McIntyre.
And this is Silver Lining Snack Chat, the podcast where we eat snacks and then we talk about them.
And it's spooky season, so we're eating spooky snacks.
Yeah, we are. It's getting spooky, and it's getting even spookier now. We're like right upon Halloween, and look at how scary. Look at this guy. Just full of menace there to haunt your house.
Ghostly cat friend.
Yeah. That put a pin in that. I do have an update from our last one. But real quick, we have a surprise. We have Boo Berry, but also very excited about Carmela Creeper, the new cereal.
Yes, made her debut in 2023 and is back now.
Yeah. So
excited about it.
Little off-put when I opened the box to prepare for this from the smell of that cereal.
It smells it smells like the fakest apple pie you've ever smelled.
Yeah, it's a little off-putting, the smell. But yeah, like I said, before we try these, I do have an update because we incorrectly, and I'm going to get ahead of this. We incorrectly we said that we thought that they turned into different animals, that we thought Count Chocula turned into a spider. We thought Frankenberry turned into a bat. But I had some time to read the literature on the back of the cereal box in between episodes. And I can now tell you that Count Chocula's spider friend is named Igor. The bat is a bat. It's a fruit bat named Benny that hangs out with Frankenberry. The monster, not the doctor.
Not the man.
And then the Meow Berry is this little cat next to Boo Berry. And Carmela Creeper has a pet named Scratch.
That's a worm.
That's a worm. Or a snake? I think it's a snake. Yeah, it's a snake.
It is a snake.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, yeah, so, and to talk about it, so now we can, from that too, we know the top is obviously the cat. I guess that's Boo Berry's head. And then the white and pink ones confuse me as to what those shapes are. But,
yeah, I don't know. But I'm going to dive into this purple monstrosity.
But yeah, we got to start, obviously, with Boo Berry, which we've both had before, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it is like very purple, more than blue, I think, the color.
But so are blueberries.
That's true. They don't want you to know it, but I have to say I don't get much flavor of anything, if I'm being honest.
It tastes vaguely like fruit.
But it just kind of tastes like sugar, honestly. Like, I don't think it has that distinctive a taste. I don't know. What are you thinking?
No, it does taste very generic.
Yeah,
and for that reason, I may enjoy it more than Frankenberry.
Oh, see,
Frankenberry is a bit of an assault.
I go the other way. This is kind of just nothing. Like, it's very boring to eat. I feel like if I'm gonna eat sugary cereal, that this just kind of tastes a little bit like cardboard.
That's fair. I will say that because of some technical difficulties that we had before recording this, it holds its crunchiness in milk pretty decent as a cereal.
Yeah, I don't think
not perfect, but
yeah, I don't think I've ever had soggy monster cereal. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I also so ravenously consume it whenever I get my little grubby mitts on it that it doesn't give it a chance to get soggy.
I do have a question for you before, well, you can think about this while I'm finishing my bowl real quick, but we kind of talked about the other characters and their backstories a little bit. So Boo Berry's a ghost. He's a ghost in a top hat, obviously.
Well, it's sort of a pork pie hat.
Or it's a pork pie hat. He looks like he might be like a jazz musician or something. We got a little bow tie. But here's my question.
I think he was in a barbershop quartet.
Okay, so that's good. That's good. Because that was my question for you, is if he's a ghost and he's stuck on this earthly plane, what unfinished business do you think Boo Berry still has?
I think he has to win a Grammy for Best Soul Spoken Word or Barbershop Recording. Following the footsteps of the B Sharps.
Yeah,
with his derivative band, the Boo Sharps.
Oof, that's rough. I you know what? I won't vote for him just for that. And I am a Grammy voter. I don't talk about it often, but I do vote for the Grammys.
Yeah, the Joel is part of the American Academy of Music.
And obviously, I think it's clear from my and all of our voting, we're all Swifties. I mean, we talk about it all the time.
All of us are Swifties.
Yeah. And Andy's on the thing too. We should probably say that. Like, I don't want to make it. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, after, album of the year, record of the year, song of the year, best new artist, really the fourth most important Grammy is best soul spoken word or barbershop recording.
Yeah. And I thought like the name's derivative and that bothers me, but Baby on Board also really annoyed me, which is why I didn't vote for it.
I will say that's better than the original pitch, which was Booby on Board.
But I think they rightfully decided it was a little too close to Sir Mix-a-Lot's classic song, Put 'Em on the Glass. And I think that's
true.
It's kind of like.
And if you were a kid that had access to the box growing up, about Put 'Em on the Glass. and if you know, and if you don't, move on.
And I definitely, as a kid, had the feeling, and maybe you had, that maybe we all had, of like, why?
I mean, we know why, but really why? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know. I'm excited about jumping into this toxic green pile of sludge that is Carmela Creeper.
I'm excited. I want to first off just take a moment before we even try it to say that congratulations to Carmela, because she broke
breaking the gender gap.
She broke that glass ceiling for the Monster cereal. It was obviously a big sausage party for years now, and I'm happy for her to make it through. Yeah,
I think Yummy Mummy was non-binary, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah, we should. That's true. We don't know the pronouns, so we should ask. But yeah, surprisingly that there wasn't, that Carmela Creeper is the first female identifying monster character. What do you think? You've tried it. I haven't tried it yet.
Now, I want to start this from a place to say that I don't like and never liked Apple Jacks.
Yeah.
And this is kind of bad Apple Jacks.
And one bad Apple Jack, spoils the other Apple Jacks.
It is more apple-y than Boo Berry is blueberry-y.
But it's also, it kind of tastes a little bit like a car air freshener, if I'm really being honest. There's like a very like floral, like, like scent taste to it. Because I think there's also caramel, but the caramel tastes very artificial as well.
Yeah, it's not great.
I don't like it's definitely by far my least favorite of the cereals that we've tried.
Yeah, I would go as far to say that this is as far behind as Chocula is ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't like it. Like, yeah, it's not just in last place. I actually find eating it off-putting.
Yeah, it wasn't great, Carmella, but good on you for breaking that gender wall and representing for all the female monsters.
Yeah. You know, Lady Gaga can only do so much to represent for female monsters. So it's really good that you're taking that baton. I do want to ask you too, because again, I think a big part of this is the backstory. And so I don't know how she's doing against the green screen. We'll find out. But
yeah.
Like, you know, we've kind of talked about the fact that that's probably good that you did. That has to have worked. All right. But we talked about the fact that, like, you know, Count Chocula is a Dracula, Frankenberry is a Frankenstein, Boo Berry is a ghost. Is she a Medusa? Is that what we think?
I think she's a zombie.
She's a zombie. She also kind of looks like she could be the Jolly Green Giant's daughter. I'm not accusing her of being a Nepo baby, to be clear, but
yeah,
you know, she kind of looks like the Jolly Green Giant a little bit.
But I think on the according to the Wikipedia page, she is a zombie.
Okay, and she does have, like, now that I'm looking, she has stitches on her face. Yeah, her, like, I think because of the snake, I was like, is she a Medusa? But okay, so she's a zombie,
which is valid.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Artificially caramel apple flavored sweetened cereal with Monster marshmallows. Yeah, caramel apple is not a good, like, synthetic flavor, I think. I think if they had gone apple, I think the caramel is what's messing it up. That's my theory.
Yeah, because I think, like, synthetic sugar in synthetic sugar flavor in an already sugar cereal is a bad choice.
Yeah, and like I said, I opened the bag and it felt like an assault. Like the smell that I got.
It is far and away. So Count Chocula, perfect in every way. I think we can agree on that.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 monster cereal. Like
10 out of 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that Frankenberry is the most visually assaulting.
But I think I rank Frankenberry second for me personally. I think it's number 2 on the depth chart.
I get what you're saying. The only reason I put it at number 1 is I think that we have a little recency bias.
Wait, what do you mean number 1? You said number 1.
As most assaulting visually.
Oh, sorry. I was just talking about number 2 on, like, I'm not disagreeing you that it's assaulting visually.
Oh, okay.
I was ranking,
to rank the cereals.
Yeah.
I would say Frankenberry's 2.
Yeah, okay. We're on the same page. Yeah, assaults your visuals for sure. It's a punch in the face. Frankenberry,
no,
but
yeah. I'm saying that Chocula perfect in every way. Frankenberry, I think, is the most assaulting on your eyes.
Yes, but I think number 2 flavor-wise.
Yes. I think that most assaulting on your nose is Carmella Creeper.
Yeah, Carmella Creeper, I think, warns you not to eat it when you open the box. You're like, there's something that my brain did that was like, don't eat this. There's some ancient survival instinct that's like, you might not want to eat this.
Yeah, and I think it was correct, having tried it. So yeah, that one's so I think, but like Blueberry, you know, is just, it doesn't really have blueberry flavor. It's kind of neutral, but in a pleasant neutral. Like it's not it's not
Blueberry's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's definitely the third best, but it's if someone had it in their house and it was all they had, you'd eat it. But Carmella Creeper,
I might go without breakfast if all they had was Carmella Creeper.
Yeah, I'm having that now, and these are, I don't know if people saw when we held them up. These are like family size boxes of them. And already
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, as of this recording, Count Chocula is almost empty already.
Same.
But I don't think I'm gonna eat the rest of it. I'm gonna try to see if I can offload Carmella Creeper to someone else.
I might give it one more shot a little bit down the road, just because I paid for it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I can't waste it, but it's unpleasant.
But I would say, yeah, it's a valiant effort, but it's a no for me, dog.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm just gonna throw it out there. I like the character. I like the name. Just come back at us next year with a different, like, just have Carmella Creeper.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Give it another go.
Give it another go. Get rid of the caramel. Like, I think the green cereal with an apple flavor, I think you're in a territory there. I think workshop it a little more.
Yeah, I think the sugar I think the caramel, the fake caramel flavoring.
It really ruins it. It's not good.
That's the problem.
I don't even really like actual caramel apples, if I'm being honest. It's not one of my favorite things. So
I love apples. They're one of my favorite fruits. I love a Honeycrisp apple. There are a few things I enjoy more.
Sure.
As in terms of fruit.
No, apples are great, but I just caramel apples. I don't really care for it.
I've never been a fan. Like, it never.
I'd honestly say go more apple pie. Like those spices, that like seasoning, I think is more.
A little more cinnamon.
A little more cinnamon. Yeah, put some cinnamon because that would cut through the sweetness, I think, a little bit more. Give it a little tart flavor. You need more tart. It's apple. Where's the tart?
You need the tart.
That's my hot take. Also, hire us, please, if you're listening.
Holler at your boys. If you want people to take the monster cereals into the next generation, holler at your boys.
Also, IP. Where's the shows? Where's the Netflix original? I can write canon for these characters.
Yeah, I can write a show Bible for this. Where's the gritty reboot of all this? Where's the gritty live action Count Chocula starring Nicolas Cage?
Because I can tell you right now, Carmella Creeper was set up on a blind date with Frankenberry, and it went really bad. But neither of them told anyone, and now they run into each other at Chocula's castle, and it's always awkward, but they won't say why. That's just one.
Yeah,
that's one right there.
That's one.
People were like, you guys will get along because you're a zombie, you're a Frankenberry, you're both undead, and they had nothing in common.
And then Boo Berry always tries to shoehorn a song into every episode, but nobody wants to hear his music.
And he's always like really trying way too hard to win a Grammy every episode.
And he's the bass, so he doesn't have the most interesting part.
No, and that's his real.
Like, that's all he does.
That's his real downfall. Also, he always tells people he got his hat from Jason Mraz.
Yeah. And he keeps trying to get Count Chocula to join the band because Count Chocula, fantastic singing voice.
But only in the shower.
Yep.
Blood shower. Because he's a vampire.
Because he's a vampire.
All right.
He's a Dracula.
Anyway, happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Silver Linings Playback is a production of HoboTrashCan.com. If you enjoyed the show, please rate or review it on Apple Podcasts. Hear more great shows on the Peak Sloth Podcast Network.